Hello there YouTube, Devin here again, and today I have another helmet video for you, and it's on one that I've been hoping to find for a long time. And I actually ended up getting one of the Trials versions, as you can see here, and this is a pretty strange one because it actually started its life as a different helmet much earlier, and was later brought into a Trials pattern of the helmet I'm going to talk about. This, in its later life, is a trials pattern of the M45 French helmet, or the MLE45 helmet, which is known in the collector's market as the Joan of Arc helmet. And it was a little used helmet that was developed in 1945, entered service in 1946, to replace the M26 Adrian. At least in frontline use, they needed something a little bit slimmer, a little bit lower profile and everything like that for the modern battlefield of the Cold War. So they shied away, for the infantry at least, from the M26 Adrian. This entered service in 1946 and served until about 1951, when it was replaced by the 1951 helmet. So this helmet actually started its life, this helmet design actually started its life as this helmet right here, the M26 Adrian. And pretty much everything in the French army from World War I through World War II was based off of the Adrian design. This is just a simplified, kind of sturdier version of the M15 Adrian. Now, instead of being the only difference from the M15 Adrian and the M26 Adrian is the fact that the M26 is made out of two pieces, so the comb and the shell, whereas the M15 Adrian was made out of four pieces. It was the front bill, the rear bill, the dome, and the comb. And the liner changed up a bit. They put the liner on these paddles that are connected to the shell, which pulled the liner away from the edge of the helmet, which helps create some blast resistance, some trauma and shock resistance, because your head is directly removed from the bit of the shell by a piece of spring steel, essentially. So now that we got that out of the way, you can see the resemblance here in this helmet. One piece, front bill has been removed though, okay? Still the same kind of liner and chin strap assembly, the paddles. 4-tongue liner, though, not uncommon for later M26 Adrians. Still has the rolled rim. But this helmet, as you can see, doesn't have a comb, because that streamlined the design a little bit more. You will see M45s with the comb, some without the comb, because some of the early M45s were made with combs, and some were converted from these, essentially. This started its life as an M37 tanker helmet, or not really a tanker helmet, but like a vehicle driver helmet. And that's why it has this leather brow pad. It's to keep you from bumping your head. It has like a piece of rubber tubing in it, which gives it some squishiness and everything like that. It still has the slits for the ID thing there. 2-point chin strap, but you see these pretty much universally in M37 configuration with this big leather monstrosity that was part of the chin strap that would allow you to put headphones on it, so you could have communications, which was very well thought of. But these later ones that were converted have just the standard M26 Adrian liner, and later ones would even receive like the Riddell type liner that you see in the M1, so that kind of weird with the loops that tie with the drawstring, basically the Pascat style, well, similar to it, but World War II M1 style suspension. You can find on the later ones, even some of the early ones, but a lot of the trial ones you see will have this configuration. They're converted M37s. This is something that the infantry wanted to test, and later would be developed into the M45 Joan of Arc helmet. You could tell those apart from the fact that they don't have a front brim. They have this leather pad, which just increased visibility, but still gave you some protection from having falling stuff get in your eyes and stuff like that, as well as that bump protection from the front. You can find them with very small combs on top of them. And they're just not very common because not a ton of them were made because it had such a small service history. You can see them made from leftover M26 Adrian shells that were converted at the end of the war when they had those sitting around, unfinished shells, so before they had the comb on it and stuff, and they'd put smaller vent holes in the top, and they'd cut the bills off and everything like that and convert them, because the French have a very big policy where they don't want to throw anything away if they can convert it, and that's big with France through the from World War I through the 50s. They don't really want to throw anything away, so they used everything they could, which is how you get something like this, where an M37 was converted as much as it really thought necessary to the M45 and continued to be used in service until 1951, basically. So, but it has the standard kind of 2-point chin strap with the buckle, nothing fancy there. Still has the paddles. But basically it was just cut down. Now, I like that. I like French helmets a lot. They're very interesting designs. I like this version of the M45 better than the, well, I should say I like the M37 shell better than the M45 shell just because it doesn't have that comb on top to get caught on anything. I like just having these little holes as vents. It's a lot more streamlined design. Super glad to have this. Really glad I found one in this nice condition. It's all original. Which I'm very, very pleased with. Very good condition. The leather's still in very good condition. You can see it's all stitched there. Really nice. So, just super, super glad to have this and add it to my collection. I had a question about this, and I've been wanting to find one for forever. I had a question a couple weeks back about one of these, and I've been doing a lot of research on them. I have a lot of French helmets that I'm doing research on, so there's a lot of videos in the works. I'm just trying to find the time to do the research and everything like that. And be rest assured there that more videos are coming. It's just I got to get the time to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you like this video. If you were the one who asked that question, I hope this answers a lot of your questions. Feel free to leave me more questions in the comments if any, and I'll do my best to answer them. But not much is known about these, so I'll do my best with those. So I don't know where you can get one either. They're kind of rare. So don't ask me that as well. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like this video. You like this sort of thing. Please leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for future videos or any questions to ask me, I do my best to answer those. I'm really sorry for not making videos as often as you guys would like, probably. I'm doing the best I can here. And thank you for getting me to 700 subscribers. Bravo to you guys. I have some pretty frequent commenters. Thank you to you guys as well. Special shout out for you. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.